it's thinking. And then it's not thinking. All right. Hi, replay viewers, because y'all are the only ones who get to see the very beginning of this. And I didn't do any kind of intro or anything. And I'm cold, so that's why I'm all bundled up. All right, here's the deal. Tuesday and Wednesday of this week, I'm going to do a quick, short intro to how to find the gun laws here in Connecticut. And it's just super important. So I think today and tomorrow, I'm going to be doing these little quick lives to give you an idea of what this is going to be about. Now, tomorrow, the people who sign up for Tuesday night's class will get a Zoom link sent to them. They can respond to that and ask a question. And the idea is what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to incorporate as many of the questions into the discussion of the presentation that we're doing initially. So I am popping on here. Hey, Moo. Even if you don't live in Connecticut, this could be useful. You never know. I'm going to pop on and do a little bit of so you understand what the class actually is. So I'm going to share with you my PowerPoint, or at least some of it, right? So, and I'm just going to do this super fast because on Tuesday and Wednesday night, people actually get all of this. But the idea is just simply, it's an introduction. I'm going to use the Public Act 2353, which most of us know as HB 6667. And we're going to talk about some of the pieces that are in here. This is not everything, hence the reason I have it's an overview of current or upcoming gun laws. Ready? Here's the important part to understand about this. I am not a lawyer. I am not offering legal advice in this course. But this course will help you understand that you may want to actually talk to a lawyer once you understand how the laws are. We're going to talk about the safe storage in the home, the safe storage transport, lawful use of firearms, carrying in public, because those things changed. If you're a new permit application person, one of the good things was that you have to be able to walk into somewhere and actually get your application. The other good thing that happened with this is you have an 8-week limit for your permit applications. In the past, it has been told that in the statutes that you had 8 weeks to get your permit turned around. The problem is there was nothing that held the towns and cities that didn't do that for you accountable. So that's one of the changes in the law, that especially if you're not a gun owner yet and you're looking to get your permit, this is going to be super useful information for you because you're going to walk in knowing once you submit your application, they have 8 weeks and that's it. There is no, oh, the state is backed up or this is backed up or that is backed up, or we don't have manpower of any of that. They are mandated to do that. So that's just some of the information we're going to cover. And again, the goal for this class is so that you can, sorry, I should, hi Vanessa, how are you, hun? Yes, so there's tons of infringements. I'm going to actually try to stay very neutral in this class. I just really want to show people what, because I agree with this. The laws are arduous, I guess is a good word to talk about. They're in part of the purpose of this class is so you can understand. Sorry. See, now so I'm looking at the comments. What can you do at that rate weeks? Oh, 8 weeks. They did nothing yet. So back to education, right? Here's the thing. As a new gun owner, I would just go to the police department. I'd submit my stuff and they'd get back to me when they get back to me and be like, okay, I assume that's how it goes. My goal is to arm people, pun intended, that when you go in, you have the state statute behind you. And this is where we have groups like CCDL who will be willing to take legal action once people go beyond the 8 weeks. And now we actually have a legal leg to stand on. Whereas previously the law said that they should have it back to you in 8 weeks, and that sort of stuff. So actually, I'm going to look at that statute a little bit closer before Tuesday, and maybe I'll have a better answer for you, Vanessa. So sorry, see, now I'm off on 5 minutes. Hi, it's been a while since I talked to Vanessa Kitty, and she's here in Connecticut with me. So actually, they really don't care. What it is only new permit holders can go. Those of us who are just renewing, they just want you to renew by mail. I don't think it's that they don't want you there. I think it's just more a matter of convenience of getting a pile of mail versus having people come and go. Me personally, I absolutely miss going in. All right, so here's the deal. Tuesday night, I have the Zoom class for the additional laws and some of the changes, and we're not going to go through the entire bill because it would be way longer than an hour and a half class. The way this class is going to go, there's going to be 1 hour of lecture, and then you're going to have 30 minutes of Q&A. This is why tomorrow, if you sign up for Tuesday's class, when I send out the Zoom link, I want you to reply to the Zoom link with any questions you have, like Vanessa's question here when she's asking, what can you do after the 8 weeks? I know it says the right weeks, but we know she meant 8 weeks. And that way I'll be able to say, okay, yeah, here's an answer to that. So the Q&A might be, if some of your questions are too far out of what the general presentation is going to be, I might take the first 5 or 10 minutes of the Q&A portion to say, here are the questions that some of you all asked. So that is one of the things. So Vanessa Kitty is also talking about I've been talking a lot this weekend. Filing a complaint with the Board of Licensing. So I actually don't currently know how far out that is. So give you guys an idea, if you don't know what the Board of Licensing is let's say you are a 50-year-old, and when you were 19, you got busted for DUI or something along those ideas. And so it's been a long time. You haven't gotten into more trouble. However, that DUI does disqualify you from being able to get a permit per the regulations. The Firearms Board of Examiners is where you go and say, hey, I was a dumb kid. I haven't done anything like this in forever. Please allow me to do that. So there is just tons of stuff. And I will tell you, I'm not touching this with a 10-foot pole. That's not part of the class. That's not part of the class. Mainly because talking about rabbit holes was talking about the types of rifles that are actually banned. And this is where my goal of this class is to get you educated, to go look for the type of firearm you have and understand where to find it. And maybe you can figure out if you're legal or not. Because as I tell all my students, and I will tell them in this class as well, is that I am a responsible gun owner who believes in violence prevention. And I don't think I'm a law-abiding gun owner because I think the laws are too complex for us to all understand. However, I do my best and I try to not do any harm, just like doctors, right? So, and Fudd, did I say hi? Hi, Fudd. I think I said, right? Hi, everybody. Yes. So anyway, there is Fudd. All right. That is my plan. I've talked to people all weekend. I've got a couple people signed up. I am certainly hoping that more folks will go and sign up, simply for the fact that I just want to reach as many gun owners as possible in Connecticut. I want to reach as many, I don't even know how to say this, even people who are thinking about gun owners, or even people who think that more laws make sense. I'm hoping some of those people might come on and learn stuff and understand like just how complex it's going to go. And actually, I'm going to show, I have another one of the, because Vanessa was talking about rabbit holes. When you go to our Department of Emergency Service and Public Protection, the Special Licensing Firearms Unit is who is in charge of our pistol permits. And like my little rabbit in the rabbit hole, when you go to that website, this is what I'm going to try to show you, is a little bit of how to navigate this. and figure out where stuff is so you can try to understand the laws a little bit better. So I just thought, since we talked about rabbit holes, that I should show you one of the slides that's in Tuesday night's and Wednesday night's presentation that is an actual rabbit in a rabbit hole. Because honestly, our gun laws are very much a rabbit hole that we don't know how to get out of. So, let's see. So, dun dun dun. Yeah, we're going to talk about that on Tuesday night and Wednesday night. There's a couple stories that I have. One of the things which I need to add to my permit thing is trust but verify. One of the most important things to do is the purpose of the class that I'm teaching is for you to understand how to look at the laws. And even if I, as the instructor, tell you about the safe storage laws, I need you to make sure that you're responsible for understanding what you need to do. In that, all guns must be locked up at all times is the short version of what the safe storage laws are. There are different rules on how and where to lock stuff up based on whether you're transporting and you have a permit versus you're transporting and you don't have a permit is another one of those examples. If you are transporting and you have a permit, you can lock your gun in a glove box. If you are transporting and you don't have a permit, you cannot put your gun in a glove box. Locked glove box, by the way, just so we're clear on all of that. However, if you're just looking for safe storage laws and you go and you see, oh, you can't have it in this, you'll see the statute, and I'm going to go over that on Thursday. That is, what do you call it? That says you cannot have it in a glove box. And I was adamantly saying, you can't store it in a glove box. It specifically says in there. And then I read it more and I realized, oh, wait a second. This is when you are just transporting a gun, i.e., if you were traveling from Maine to Maryland or something, and you're transporting a gun and you don't have a Connecticut pistol permit, the glove box is not a legal place and you cannot store it there. However, if you are a permit holder like I am, you can store your gun in a locked glove box. And it's just these things that keep changing. So that is kind of the stuff we're going to talk about. All right. Yeah. So see, this is what I thought too, right? Wait, why won't it show this? Statute says no glove box console. If you read the entire statute, it says if you don't have a permit, for those of us who have it. And this is also where we're going to compare what's in the bill versus what's on the DESPP website. And that is where we as gun owners have to start paying more attention because it is ridiculous. Yeah. And they talk about trucks and they talk a lot about like a toolbox and all of that sort of stuff. So it's odd. Some of the laws are very specific. Others you have no idea. And here is the reality of it. If, for example, one of the stories I'm going to tell on Tuesday night as well is that if your gun is in the car and it is locked in a locked box, that is supposed to be what is acceptable in Connecticut. You just have it in a locked box above and beyond having your car locked. Well, I heard, now this is where that trust but verify thing is. I wasn't thinking when I heard the story to ask where this happened. So this is just a story. This may not be true. But what I heard was a gentleman had his car broken into. He had, I was looking to see if I had it on hand. He had one of these little boxes that we buy to lock our guns in, usually when we're traveling, that has like the cable around it that you lock in the box so you can attach it to your front seat or a solid part of your car. So he had that. So he had the gun locked in that, attached to his thing. And they broke into his car and they stole that. So they either were super strong and they were able to rip it out, or they had bolt cutters and they chopped it out. The gun owner is currently facing felony charges for not properly locking his gun up. Wait for this, ready? Because they didn't have proof that he did that. So now the gun owner is going back and finding at least the receipt for the gun box that he bought. And so when I talk to people, I'm going to be like, here's the deal. Even if you already have one of these things, go buy another one. Make sure you keep that receipt. Then put it in your car the way you're going to do it. Take a picture of it so you have that also on file. Will that be enough to save you? I have no idea. I am not a lawyer giving legal advice, but it's the only thing. It's the only thing that comes to mind. So yeah. So sorry, DJ. I'm sorry you're walking another way. If I start saying goodbyes now, I can swing by in what, an hour or so? Yeah, baby. I see Barbecue has joined us. Well, it was fun having a bidding war with you. So anyway, that's kind of it. I just am super, super passionate about trying to get as many people to this as possible. So all guns must be locked up at all times. Does not matter if it is empty or loaded. It is all guns must be locked up at all times. And the prohibited persons, it's I don't want to go there. But this is why I'm going to show everybody how to do their thing. So that's kind of it. All right, I've talked long enough about this. I really do want you all to, DJ, you're multitasking again, aren't you? Just like last night. You're supposed to be doing, but anyway. So I do hope that I can get you all, or at least find a way to get folks to come to this. The link is in the description on Facebook, on the description on YouTube. It's $25. It's Zoom. You don't have to go anywhere. The idea is simply to get you to come and visit. It's just going to be an intro of how to look at the laws and what to do. Yes, sir. I am about to go away, but I am pimping my class, babe. I am doing a law overview on Tuesday night via Zoom and Wednesday night via Zoom. It's a $25 class for anyone who dare come to the state of Connecticut or has a permit or owns a gun. And I just am desperately trying to get as many folks to get educated, because I can reach one person and hopefully that person can reach one person, and so on and so forth. And the law stuff is just so complex. So my goal tomorrow, or Tuesday night and Wednesday night, is to say, here's what the statutes are that changed. Here's what it says on our website. Here's how to read these things for yourself, because I am not a lawyer and I'm not offering legal advice. But from one gun owner to another gun owner, I want to help people understand. And even if you're not a gun owner, I also want you to understand why more laws are not helping. It's just making it impossible or near impossible for someone like me to actually be law abiding, because the laws are so messed up. So with that, G-Webs, nice to see ya. Yeah, where's my package, man? I don't remember what I ordered. It doesn't even matter. I'm just giving you a hard time. DJ, thanks for throwing stuff up. And yes, we'll absolutely be talking about CCDL tomorrow, or Tuesday and Wednesday as well. Just for those of us here in Connecticut, definitely the easiest way for us to stay up to date on the current laws. Because if it weren't for CCDL, I wouldn't know as much as I do. So that's kind of it. It was great to see you guys. I know I'm rude to pop on apparently wherever DJ is. There's another thing going on, but I just want to reach as many people. So I don't often ask, but please, 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 whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, share this anywhere you think there are people that would want to learn how to read the laws here in Connecticut. And yes, that is out-of-state people as well, because if you're traveling through Connecticut, you might want to know some of this. Vanessa Kitty was talking about that she always has her gun on her, and that is the best way to do it, because the law specifically says if the gun is in your direct control. All right, with that, I know I probably said goodbye like 10 times, but that's just what I do. Yeah, I know, I quarked. But I didn't even know what that was. But anyway, it's for a good cause, I swear. All right, good night, everybody. Thanks for checking in. And hopefully, I will see some of you either in the Tuesday night class or the Wednesday night class.